Correspondent Danny Savage is at one of the locations for the proposed route in Mexborough in South Yorkshire. A particularly controversial case. Danny, tell us why.
Well, if you look around the houses here, you'll find that many of them in the window have a Stop HS2 poster there. That means that there's a lot of objection here, basically because there's a flyover set to come through the side of the estate here, which is about 30 odd feet high, over the houses and on north to Leeds. So London is that way, Leeds is that way. And it means that these houses behind me will either A, be blighted by this new railway line, or B, they'll see them actually knocked down and compulsory purchased, because that is what is set to happen here, which is deeply upsetting to the people in this community who've only moved in the last couple of years, because this is a new build area. They've moved in, they thought these would be their family homes for years to come, and now they've been told that the new HS2 route is set to come through here. But, and there's a big but, it is all yet to be confirmed, and it won't be confirmed for another year or so. So what people living here are facing is a year of uncertainty, not knowing whether they're going to be moving out or not. Their houses will be compulsory purchased if they're on the route, but it still means that they have to go and find a house somewhere else, and it means a lot of upheaval, a lot of disruption. So a lot of unhappiness still here about the proposal for HS2, because if the preferred option revealed today is a station in Sheffield and the main route coming up through here in this part of Yorkshire, it means it will go through here. There is a chance it could be moved slightly to adapt, to go round this area. That could happen over the next year or so as well, but it's still yet to be revealed to the people living here, and they are dismayed about it, they're upset, and they're watching very closely. And I think what they want to see, having talked to some of them, is they want to see clearer communication from the HS2 authorities and the government about what is exactly going to happen here.
Thank you, Danny. Well, let's speak now to the Conservative MP for Lichfield, Michael Fabricant, who is against HS2, which would run through his constituency. He joins us from our studio in Westminster. Thank you very much for joining us. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
So, what do you think then, now that this route has been unveiled today?
Well, I sympathise with all the people who are going to be affected. I mean, I've been living with this now for something like 5 years. And people who live along the route, as you said in the report, you know, are going to have considerable blight to the value of their homes. And although there may be some compulsory purchases, those living within a few hundred yards are still going to get all the noise, all the contamination and all the rest of it and get no compensation at all. And it all could have been done so much easier, because while I agree that we do need another north-south line, the route that it's generally taking is completely the wrong route, because Arup, the consulting engineers, originally came up with a proposal which would take it along motorways, so it's less environmentally damaging, and about £8 billion cheaper on phase one, because there wouldn't be all that tunnelling under the Chilterns. And another disappointment I might just add about HS2. Originally, we were promised that people from Manchester and Sheffield would be able to get on the train and wake up if they fell asleep in Paris or Lille or Belgium, Brussels. But no, that's not going to be the case. So it doesn't even link up with the Channel Tunnel. It's just a badly designed route.
Are there any areas in particular in your constituency that cause you specific concern? We've been focusing on Mexborough. I appreciate that's not in your constituency, but it's a notable area because it is a brand new estate that's affected, because it seems old maps were looked at and the arrival of that estate was overlooked.
Well, I'd say to the people of Mexborough, I mean, you can shift the route slightly. I mean, we had to do this because at one point we had a part of Lichfield City, the historic part of Lichfield, being sliced in two by HS2. We managed to get the line moved slightly, but it is only slightly. So I would say to them, you know, campaign and campaign hard, but it's tough. It damages people's lives because they're wondering whether they're going to have to move or not. Property prices are reduced. It's all a bit of a nightmare, and as I said earlier on, unnecessarily so. They could have designed the route so much better.
What about the argument, though, that it is for the greater good? The government saying it's going to be a game changer for the country, slashing journey times and perhaps most importantly, giving rail passengers on the existing network thousands of seats every day.
Yeah, I think that last bit is the important point. It's not slashing times, actually. You know, saving 10 minutes there or half an hour there is not the point. If you want to do that, you'll have to fly down or something. And it's not made any easier, by the way, by the fact that, for example, in Birmingham, the station isn't even at Birmingham New Street. It's at a completely different station, so you'd have to schlep across Birmingham to get from one bit to another. So it is a bonkers design. But yes, it will reduce congestion. Yes, we do need an extra north-south line, but not the way this one's been designed.